In this video I'm taking a look at a full box of the LEGO Super Mario Character Pack Series 4. Or at least what I believe to be a full box, because the box LEGO sent me only had 18 packs, though I always thought these had 20 in them. After opening all of them, I got almost 2 complete sets. Not sure if this means these 2 are rarer, and a bunch of leftover parts, which for some weird reason always gets me really excited every time I'm done building a LEGO set. First we have the Para Bidybud, a pretty straightforward build with 2 printed elements on the 1x2 brick for the eyes and the 2 spots on the double cheese slopes. The upwards 1x2 bracket in dark blue is a new recolor of the element. The base does have 2 log prints on them, which is cool and useful for a regular mock building. Next, Freezy comes in this beautiful bright light blue color. There's the face print on a Nexonite shield element, and the big 2x4 slopes are a new recolor of the element. The base is a fun detail made to look like cracked ice with the element choices. Next, the very angry Goombrat with its orange and brown color scheme. The base has a decent amount of foliage, which is always useful, as are the 1x2 light grey curved slopes here. The Scaredy Rat, while super blocky, has lots of useful grey parts, and he sits on top of an assembly made of 2 1x2 profile bricks in sand green. There's also this arch brick with a candle on top, which is great. The coin coffer is super boxy when compared to the original from the games. I do like the use of the 1x3 jumper plates for the very subtle but noticeable mouth lip gap. The beach setting of the base with the steps looks nice. The bully looks great in this color scheme, having lots of dark blue tiles, and his horns in yellow with the curved wedge slopes look appropriate. His base is simpler than the previous ones and not as interesting, but does have good parts. The Sting Bee as a model doesn't feel as interesting, though it compensates with the base that has a bunch of flowers and these 1x1 lime green rounded bricks. The 2 1x2 transparent panels that support the character are great parts as well. The baby penguin is probably the cutest of all of the Series 4 characters, and with only 1 printed brick for the eyes, relies on a bunch of slopes for all of its shapes to great effect. The base with several layers of elements to mimic the snowy setting is also nice, so this is probably my favorite character out of this series. The highlight of the Ant Trooper character for me goes to the antennas build, simple yet recognizable, though it would have been cool if they were able to change the dark blue element for purple as well. It has a very simple base, and when you compare this to the others, feels like the worst of the series in terms of pieces. Finally, the Mecha Koopa looks wacky but fun. For a character this size, it has a fair amount of mobility, as the legs, head and jaw can be moved. The crank element in the back is fun, and the base has 2 of these wooden printed quarter tile elements, which are great to have. These 5 characters in terms of looks suffer a bit from these scannable code stickers, which is a shame, but for people who are used to the theme might not be that big of an issue. The coin coffer and bully could have had their stickers moved to their backs, though for better overall looks. These 5 characters only need to be jumped on once to award a coin when you're playing. The Mecha Koopa needs to be jumped on twice to be defeated. Freezy will freeze the player with a cool animation on the belly screen. The coin coffer has a time limit to be jumped on until he gives no more coins. The bully hurts the player and can only be defeated when you do a spinning motion in the air. Finally, the baby penguin will make the player happy when visited. I always felt character packs and minifigure collections pricey for what they are, though the Super Mario characters have lots of useful parts for custom builders like myself. These for kids must be great though, as they're fun characters to collect and can add a few extra layers of fun when used for custom made levels of LEGO Super Mario. Let me know what's your favorite character in the comment section, subscribe so you don't miss the other LEGO Super Mario reviews, and I'll see you on the next video.